From journalism students at London Metropolitan University, this is Met Today.
Hello, and thank you for being with us here on Met Today. I'm Molly Arnold.
And I'm Jo Tambrello. On today's Summer in the City programme,
the Conservatives' reign could be coming to an end as the mayoral elections take place today.
Spray paint and bricks does street art represent Brick Lane residents?
And some of our best fashion tips for the upcoming graduates.
Election day is finally upon us as Londoners vote for the new mayor and members of the London Assembly. So Hale Lone and Scott McGee headed down to the polling stations to test the temperature.
All we're doing, and just to keep them cheered up a bit. So once they come, they go in and they're handed 3 sheets. One is for the Mayor of London, one is for who they want to be represent them at the London Assembly, and a third sheet for the constituency as well. And so they choose whoever it is, put a cross against each. And they've got their own little cubicle that they can go and put that in. And it's private, so nobody sees it. What I'm doing here is I'm collecting the polling numbers, so people receive the polling cards, and there's a number there that I am collecting. Now, there's many reasons for that. One is to see how many people are coming to vote within the hour, so every hour how many people are coming in. As well as that, the numbers are unique to everyone, so we know their names and addresses from that. And so we've got somebody in the back office who comes and collects these sheets from me every hour, and they call up people who are not on this list, just to remind them that it's polling today, how important it is to come out and cast your vote. So it's to follow up as well.
Very efficient, friendly. Not enough people in there though.
Not enough people.
Not enough voters. They should be queuing up.
Didn't really need it. I think it's very straightforward, easy process. I don't think there's a need for great help in there.
I went to vote just to make sure that my voice was heard, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that ain't talking, the sun is ain't doing nothing. So basically, make sure your voice is heard and make sure you get your rights heard and everything, man. People done it in the past, so you've got to do it now, man.
With so many ballots to choose from in today's election, it's hard to remember what to do, especially if you're a first-time voter. If you're still confused on how to vote, here is Met Today's essential guide on what to do. Today marks the London elections to choose the new Mayor of London, London Assembly constituency member and a London-wide Assembly member. Yet with 3 different types of papers, it's easy to get confused, especially if you're a first-time voter.
So here is a quick and easy guide on how to vote in today's election. The first pink ballot paper you will receive will feature the candidates for the Mayor of London. There are 12 candidates to choose from on the list. These include candidates from Conservative, Labour, Green, Liberal Democrats, UKIP, the Women's Equality Party and Respect.
When you have decided on who you would like to be mayor, you must place a cross in the first choice box. However, there is a chance to select a second choice on the list, which will only be counted if you select a first choice. Once you have made your choice, you must post your vote in the black ballot box.
The second ballot paper features the candidates for the Assembly constituency member vote. This paper is yellow and you are only allowed to choose one candidate out of those on the paper. You must make your selection by placing a cross in the box next to your chosen candidate. There are 14 constituencies to choose from.
Finally, the third paper, which is orange, will allow you to vote for the Assembly-wide member. There are 11 London-wide Assembly members in the city to choose from. You have to select one box for either the political or independent party you choose.
The election results will be revealed tomorrow at 6 p.m. until 8 p.m, as voting continues throughout the day before being counted up and announced throughout the night.
Voters in Barnet had trouble exercising their democratic right this morning because their names were missing from polling lists. Barnet Council apologised and told Met Today that those unable to go back to their polling stations this evening may be able to use an emergency proxy vote.
When you think of Brick Lane, you think of bright street graffiti and colourful murals. But does this artwork represent the people who live and work in Brick Lane? Molly's been finding out.
This is Brick Lane, tucked away in the borough of Tower Hamlets. Known to the locals as Bangla due to the high amount of Indian restaurants, Brick Lane stands out from the high-rise buildings in the rush of the city, and it's London's gateway to art, culture, expression and most importantly, community. Here in Brick Lane, there is a huge sense of community, shown by street art such as this. This is Charlie Birds who passed away in 2012. It was done by street artist Ben Small. Charlie Birds was much loved here in Brick Lane, owning half the buildings that was here. Street art in Brick Lane is more than just something to cover up walls, but represents something special to the community, such as the rower, a sacred bird in the Bangladeshi culture.
Obviously this used to be an artist area and now it's becoming more and more commercial, but there's still this whole artist thing to it, so you know, every corner has some sort of expression, some sort of a political view, and also the fact that there's so many ethnicities. So I'm from Latvia, a lot of my friends are from India, from Africa, from all different countries, and they're all in the same neighbourhood, and it kind of shows that we can all live together in one place and make it work.
A lot of small businesses as well, so there's a real sort of tight-knit sense of community and everyone tries to help everyone out.
Brick Lane isn't just famous for art, but for its line of Indian restaurants and the best bagels that you won't find anywhere else in the city.
If you want to go for a bite to eat, then I think in Brick Lane and East London as a whole, you don't have to travel far to eat something really interesting or drink something really good.
So whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, craving a bagel or a curry, or just want to escape the skyscrapers, find Brick Lane and lose yourself in the vast amount of art and culture.
Ceremony day is getting closer and students are starting to pick their outfits for the big day. Vintage shops are always a great place to start when looking for affordable fashion. Elisa De Falco reports.
I'm here at Blue 17 on Holloway Road to show you some good looks for graduation day without spending too much money. I'm going to try it on and let's see what we got. Graduation day is coming up and students are preparing to choose what they're going to wear under their gowns. It might be quite expensive, so today we are in a vintage shop to look for some nice looks, to look classic, stand out and be on a budget.
Some vintage items have well hidden holes and damage. Always try to barter with the shop owners to knock off a few pounds, then have them repaired yourself for the same cost. Look for styles which are classic. They looked good then, they look good now, and they will look good in the future.
Well, let's try them on. Look 1, 50s and classic. You need to also think about that the gown, you can't wear something too fluffy or too big, so this I think is perfect. No, shall we try another one? If you're not a kind of dress girl, you can wear a jumpsuit, which is really simple and classic and is very modern for today. Are you ready for graduation?
Here for men, a couple of looks.
The classic 80s silk shirt for the Ferris Bueller in you.
Hello, I'm Patty. I'm a third-year journalism student and I'm specializing in fashion journalism. Flowery dresses and stripes are really trendy at the moment. And I've chosen for my graduation a flowery satin dress, really nice, asymmetric, so it's short in the front and a little bit longer in the back. And it just creates, a really nice effect with the heels as well. You need to keep it simple to your style and be you, and yeah.
Patty Vallejo ending that report from Elisa Del Foco. Cadburys opened a one-night-only spa last night to launch their new chocolate bar, Medleys. Met today in the shape of the lovely Joey, were given exclusive access backstage.
Today in London, for one day only, the public will be able to enjoy a chocolate treat as Cadburys open their Melody Lounge for the public to come in and enjoy. With tickets selling out in under 1 hour, it is an event nobody wants to miss. I spoke to Anna Korskowska about how she created the idea with Cadburys to create the spa.
So it's all inspired by our new Cadbury Dairy Milk Medley range. So all the beauty treatments that we had today are inspired by the textures and the flavours of the new bars. The public tickets tomorrow sold out in under 24 hours, so that's very exciting.
The team, made up of the Powder Puff Girls, spoke highly of their interactions with the chocolate event.
We've actually worked with a couple of the girls from Golden PR before with our business, the Powder Puff Girls, So when they decided they would like some treatments based around the toppings on the chocolate bars, they got back in contact with us to provide some ideas for it. It was kind of more about buying a couple of the chocolate bars and breaking up some of the pieces in each one, and we're kind of working with the ingredients that were in them, and really just kind of matching them to the nice colour combinations that you can create, and then putting those together for the caviar bees. The medley, the chocolate and fudge one, I think.
And I actually prefer the raspberry one.
Isn't it awful when you need to go to the toilet but there is nowhere around? Well, they are already normal in many European countries, but London's new addition of standing urinals might be the answer for men who are caught short. Sahel Lone reports.
Street urinals are common in Holland and Denmark, but let's see what London have to say about it.
Just make a pose band, and then interview. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. In Denmark, where I'm from, we got these like everywhere, especially at festivals and at different party locations, because it's very convenient, especially for boys. I know I talked to some girls yesterday which complained there wasn't a girly version for this, but well, I get that point.
I think it's a good idea. I was in Old Street last night, they have similar ones. It works very well. It stops people from doing it on the streets. We need to cater for the ladies as well, because they need it more. They're a bit more complicated.
But the urinals are not fun and good news for everyone.
It was good for me just there because I did need a but at the end of the day the government have got people sleeping on the street here. No one's got any money. There's refugees and migrants that are drowning in the sea, and the government don't give a about the people. So to be honest, I think this is excuse me, sorry, I won't swear. This is rubbish.
Let's end on a positive note.
It's very nice, especially for us guys, because when we drink beer, we need to pee a lot. And it's quite unfortunate to have stand and wait in the line on the toilet. Then it's quite unfortunate that we have 8 different pieces here. It's pretty much located anywhere.
Thanks for watching the final edition of London Met Today from third year students. I have been Jo.
And I have been Mo. You know, we really should have had a theme song for this.
We should have. We should have been like Pinky in the Brain.
Bodger and Badger.
The Greats.
Yeah.
I think we need to go and discuss this.
Yeah, definitely.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.